Are planning a rally outside Parliament House in Canberra, urging the government to tackle the ongoing housing crisis. It comes as the federal government's $10 billion Housing Future Fund very much hangs in the balance, facing possible rejection from key Senate crossbenchers. For more, let's bring in Community Housing Industry Association CEO Wendy Hayhurst. Wendy, very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Firstly,
glad to be with you.
Yeah, glad you're on board on a very big week for social housing, looking at this bill for starters. What do you make of the $10 billion housing fund being proposed by the federal government?
Well, we've been arguing for the federal government to invest in social and affordable rental housing for a very, very long time. So in principle, we're very pleased that the federal government has come forward with these three bills to establish the Housing Australia Future Fund, to establish a national housing agency, Housing Australia, and also to set up an independent housing supply and affordability council to advise them. So the package of measures we think is a good start, and the start that needs to be made now. We know it isn't sufficient. We've done our own research. We know the census last week was released. 123,000 Australians on census night were homeless. We've done further analysis. We know that around about 650,000 households were either homeless or in rental stress. Low-income households pay more than 30% of their income on housing. So it's a massive problem. What we're saying is the legislation is a start to make a difference.
Okay, and looking more broadly, what would you like to see all levels of government do? Wendy, we all know family members, we all know friends who are struggling to get into the housing market, be it as buyers or renters. It really will need a holistic approach involving all levels of government, won't it?
It will do. The fund needs to be larger. We say it's a good start, but what we do need is to recognise that we need to build more social and affordable housing year on year on year. So we need governments to come together, all levels of government, including local government, to supplement that fund so that what we have is every year more social housing being built. I say year on year. We have let our social and affordable housing stock deteriorate. So it's now round about just under 4% of all housing in Australia, should be nearer 10%. The fund is a start to doing that. There's also going to be in consultation this year a national housing and homelessness plan. It's very important that people engage with that because that's a process where we can change a lot of other things as well.
Yeah.
The fund, though, is a start.
We need to focus on this, and as you say, the proportion of social housing in Australia is way too low. Wendy, really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to the UK.